Hello, my friends. This is Mohammad Mahdi Muqaddam, just a student, software engineer, and lover of building and programming. Today, I want to talk about the proxy servers, types of them, what are they doing, what are the applications, and just building a simple proxy with Golang language. And then I here have it in my GitHub account, and if you like it you can get some look and check it. So this is my GitHub, Muqaddam, just a simple username, and let's go for our explanation and our subject. So a proxy is something got between two components, to anything, to servers, to people, or anything you wanted to think about. The proxy is getting between two things and is like an intermediary, getting between two components. And in our context, which is engineering, the proxy is about requesting from the client to the server, and what's happening exactly during the request sending and responding from the server, which is providing services to the client. So in engineering and the internet, we saw proxy and proxy server. This is the accurate word you should choose and talk about. The proxy server. Proxy server is a server or is a machine which giving and providing services to the clients, and the main responsibility and the main thing which is doing is being between a client and a server. At the first context, we can use proxies. We have other types of proxies, we have other applications for the proxies, but the main thing I wanted to talk about and building it from a Golang language and a program, or just a main simple Golang file. This is our subject today. We have types like open proxies, reverse proxies, which is for getting between a private network and requests from the client. It handles the traffic and can perform anything you talk about, you think about on that behind the network, behind the private network of our servers, which are software may deployed there and the clients are using it. Something like load balancer can be there also. Forward and reverse and other explanations are there, and I here can show you something which is in Wikipedia page of the proxy server. But my subject and the things I want to talk about is about requesting from a client. So there is a client, there is a device. I should find a better photo. Imagine this photo. You have the device, you are the client, you wanted internet, you wanted to request to a proxy server, and proxy server will provide you the server you wanted to talk about, or getting the services. So you're requesting to the proxy server forward your request to the internet or the server or the machine you wanted to request, and after getting the response from that, it should bring back the response and providing to you. So at direct and somehow directly you don't want to talk with your server you wanted services. You just talk about proxy, and proxy will perform that for you. So this is proxy, and what is it? And I wanted to show you a simple proxy using the Golang. I don't know who are you. Are you a backend, or you front, or you a DevOps engineer, or just curious about proxy servers? I just show you my code which I wrote before and defined it in Golang. So I have my module here, I have my Go file, and just a simple readme, and I pushed all of the this directory here to the mine GitHub, and there is the readme is here, the code is here, and everything you wanted is here. So I at first wanted to explain you what is happening exactly during the test, and after that just a simple preview from my code and what is happening at the most simplest way to talking about proxy servers. So here we go. I'm sorry. Imagine you are the server and you are the proxy server. A request will coming for you from the client, and you should forward it. You should forward it for the target server or machine, which is just a domain or something. And our responsibility is just to get those data and working with them and forwarding the request and sending a new request to the target machine, getting the response, and after that providing that to the client which was requested at the first. So our program is here, and for running it, as you can see, I ran that before, but I should stop it. I have this Golang code. I use go run. I'm sorry. And at the first we are listening to the port 8018, and the connections are acceptable by my program, which is now a proxy and acting or simulating like a proxy server. So when the requests come for the port I'm using, I can send some requests. I can send curls. I can say curl with a domain of absolutely we are HTTP, and the program is running on our local host with the port 8018. So this is the thing we are sending requests, but when we wanted to go for the next, go for the target machine, we need to send another URL, because our library in Golang detects this as the thing the program is running, and the next is the what is our argument to set the target. So I want to send to a popular domain about HTTP and its methods and its other things we have or we heard. It is http://bin.org. Now the thing you wanted to do. At first I wanted to work with get. So I send it a request, as you can see, with these headers, with this origin, and to this URL. So as you can see, we saw the logs, everything logged here, incoming requests and the response we got from the target URL. So the incoming request has these criteria and these options, and the response is gotten by this status code, this response time less than 1 second, and these headers that are default in HTTP, we got it and we showed here. So I can send another request, but this time I wanted to do with post method, which when we sending request, we got method not allowed or 405 status code, which is getting the error or the code that informs us about the request is not valid about its method. It should be something like post, and this is allowed. So request sent, and new log is here. It got 400 or 500 milliseconds at response. And the things about servers, the Unicorn is the default for our listener, and we have the logs here about anything. So our request forwarded from our local program to this http://bin.org /post. So if you want to add something another like D for data, I can pass data as test proxy or something like that. Now we have sent data and successfully got the response. And headers, you can say user agent, for example, proxy test. So you see our user agent is this, and the content length about our data, and the other things requested and got the response from HTTP bin as our target URL. So this is our prototype and demo, and now I wanted to show you how code works. At the first, we are listening to the port 8080 on our local server. So I defined the port as 8080 and checking it length. After that, setting it again for validation, and we defined using function new proxy server our proxy, which give us an object of the struct. We are using OOP in Golang, and we have this here. And another for logging is request log, and the new proxy server is giving us the proxy server instance, and we have that here as output. So in proxy we have some functions. Proxy servers can have multiple functions, as we are using OOP, object-oriented programming, and put the start method, handle connection, and forward request to the proxy server as functions of the proxy servers. At the first, we have a start. We were called the start here and checking, which is maybe have some errors, so log it. Otherwise, just a start, and do the function. So listener use this library. The libraries I using is Buffio FMT lag net for HTTP, net extensions for URL and the strings and the time. So the net listens on this port. Using that package we can do it, and if there is error we just return the error and log it. But if it's okay, we just log it, which the connections are ready, and an infinite loop about accepting. Our listener is listening, but now it's time to accept it. Every time we have a new connection or new request, so for every request we accept that, and we have the connection we can use. Now it's time to handle the connection. It's our next function. That function just creates variable start time for logging the start time, and instance of request log for logs, and the reader using package Buffio, we just have a reader for reading URLs that putting in the request. So using that we can read request and getting the request and getting the URL that we wanted to send request. Before anything we just validated using ABS for ensuring about a scheme of HTTP, not just anything else. And after that just putting the request log and filling them. After that just some logs. As you can see here we have those, and after that we should work on the headers. We should have headers, we should complete the request, and we are gonna talk about the forwarding. After forwarding, the response should be according to that. The response of a status code should be according to that. And now we have printing the logs again, and so on. So we are done. But forward request is getting the target URL, it's checking and validating for HTTP or HTTPS for requesting. And the parsing flow, we have a parsed, and we should validate it, which should not have any errors, and creating a new request from that with this post, with parse URL, and with body. So adding the headers, we should not let to continue. These headers are do not allow to send because we have some requests, as we are proxy servers, but should not request, but should not do those headers be on our request to the target machine. So another headers are going to the our variable, and we now create using HTTP package a client using timeout settings and redirection settings, and client should start and request for the forward request and getting the response and responding, and use that and another flows for logging. So this code this is code that I wrote for proxy server, and I hope to enjoy my video. I hope to enjoy if you learn anything useful, or if you wanted to share new something with me, just comment or just message me in social, like in Telegram. I have a Telegram with exactly this username I had in LinkedIn, Mahdi Muqaddam. And this was my video about proxy server and building a proxy server using Golang.